I never said I was good at welding. My Cosworth, I spent a lot of money on this car, you know.
Hello and welcome to the channel, everybody. It seems like I'm doing a lot of these unboxing and first impression videos lately of Fanatec gear. Today we have another one I've been wanting to get for quite a while, and I just have never managed to get it, but it was kind of on sale at the moment. The Fanatec Clubsport Universal Hub for Xbox One, and also the wheel. I'll save that for a little bit later. Let's open this box first. Slip that open. Now, I wasn't sure that I was actually going to do a video of this Clubsport Universal Hub, but when I was looking at buying one, I decided to look up a lot of reviews and all that on it on YouTube, and I couldn't find practically any, so I thought I must get it. Here is the Fanatec Clubsport Universal Hub box. This one that I have here, it was on sale because the V2 is now out. Once again, many Fanatec stickers. We've got a little piece in the middle, and I believe this will probably come out as a whole. It's stuck. I just realised my hair's all messy. I worked today, so all of a sudden, hair fine. I haven't had a lot of time recently. Can't get it out. Anyway, I believe this does come with two types of paddle shifters. These ones here are the Formula style paddle shifters, like what's on my F1 Esports wheel here. We've got some button caps. Is that the way I said it? Don't know. Button caps. I think I've got something else behind here. Oh, this other Fanatec sticker is hiding behind here. Now that Fanatec sticker, the reason that's on its own is actually for this Xbox button here. So if you don't like the Xbox symbol, and many don't, and I think I'm going to as well, you put it over the Xbox symbol. I believe that's the 9-way funky switch, 8-way funky switch, 9-way funky switch, funky switch, nonetheless. How do I get this out? Did someone glue this in? Sick. All right, here is our Fanatec Clubsport Universal Hub. It comes mostly pre-assembled, so you don't necessarily need to assemble all of these like the original Fanatec Clubsport Hub. I believe the original one did come with all this separately out of the pack that you had to attach, but the newer one, this one here, you don't have to. Now this little display comes out like that, so if you're not looking down on it like that, you can just slip it in like that, and then you've got a display there. We've got some screws and washers and things, and also the screw for the bottom of the hub here to go into the wheelbase to help secure it to the shaft on your Fanatec wheel. When Fanatec ship these, they put a little plastic one in there, so you can bend that back, pull that out, and then this little gap here then slides around to there, and that's where the screw goes in there, like that. You don't have to put it in. I'm probably not going to, unless there's play on the shaft on my CSL DD. Now, if you're planning on buying the version 2 of this, and you probably are, because this one I believe is getting discontinued. There's not a lot of difference between this one and the V2. The V2 will have the magnetic paddle shifters, and the QR1 at the back here will be detachable, and you'll be able to upgrade the new V2 to QR2 in the future if you wanted to. You don't have to, but with the new V2 you have that option there to go to QR2 if you wanted to. I think the draw point to the V2 is really probably the magnetic paddle shifters that come as standard with the V2. For me, I think I saved like $290 or something on this older version, brand new from Fanatec. So I mean, I'm sticking with Q1 probably for at least quite a while, so I wasn't too fussed. And the paddle shifters, these are upgradable to the magnetic paddle shifters from Fanatec if you decided you want to do that. This is also upgradable to the Fanatec podium paddle shifters as well. So you get the shifters on the side and also the other ones up top, and then the clutch paddles down the bottom. I'm probably going to be upgrading this to the podium paddle module. So I wasn't too fussed that I'm not getting the magnetic paddle shifters on this particular version, because I'm gonna spend the money to probably get them anyway. If you're gonna stick something like a little formula wheel on here, then you probably want to pull these off, screw those onto there. Just for fun, I've decided to try, I bought this the other night. I thought I might as well do a YouTube video on this, and I'll do this in a separate video. I won't do this in this video. I ordered these actually from eBay. They're from a company, LMR. They're 3D printed magnetic shifter implementation for this particular wheel. It screws onto there like that. Put them through there. I bought these for cheap. I think on eBay they were like 38 Australian dollars, and I had a coupon to make them 28 Australian dollars. So yeah, 28 Australian dollars for magnetic paddle shifters effectively. As I said, planning on going to the podium paddle module, but I thought I'd try these out. So I'll do that in a separate video. So with these buttons, they're all movable around. You can move them, slide them in and out and up and down depending on the wheel you have attached. You could take them off if you really wanted to. And then you also have all the little buttons up here as well. So enough of that for a second. I think we've pretty much covered everything on that for now. And check out the wheel that I had bundled with this. So this is probably my favorite Fanatec wheel of all the Fanatec wheels. That is not what I expected. I didn't think it would be in a different box. Check this out. Oh, we've got more packaging. More packaging. Oh. The Fanatec Podium R300. The Podium stuff is Fanatec's best stuff. I really like this wheel. It's leather, it's got the gold little center, all the gold stitching. I don't know if you can see that there. I'm from a motor trimming background, so I actually used to trim wheels and things like that, seats and car interiors and all that. So I appreciate a good trimming. It looks pretty good. It looks good. I mean, not as good as I could do, but just kidding. Well, yeah, I don't know. But looking pretty good. With this wheel, you do get two different screw types. You have the black screws and the gold. I mean, the gold, I mean, you need to use the gold. If you don't use the gold, there's something wrong with you. Okay, just use the gold. I mean, not all wheels come with the gold. I believe it is just this one that comes with gold. Especially being a podium steering wheel. Also, I should probably mention the Clubsport Universal Hub does take most wheels from OMP and Momo and all that. So you can put your real life racing wheel on here if you wanted to. I was actually going to, and I was nearly going to order this without a wheel and just put on one of the wheels I already have here from a previous car of mine. But I really like this wheel. I mean, if you can give me a moment while I spend time with this wheel. All right, now that you've given me a minute with my wheel, check this out. Look at the gold. Look at everything. It looks amazing, which is why I wanted to buy this wheel. So now that I've got this on, I thought I might just have a look over it. These buttons feel different, I think, to my Formula wheel. Like, these buttons don't feel quite as hollow as these buttons, I think. Maybe they just feel different. By the way, this is my McLaren V2 wheel. So if you buy the V2 version of this, your quick release will look something similar to what I've got on the McLaren V2 wheel here. The McLaren V2 wheel is bolted on from the outside. So if you buy this, the quick release will come in a separate little box, and you bolt this quick release onto here. So having a closer look around, now that I've got the wheel on here, these paddle shifters, I feel for this 300mm wheel, they're probably a touch far out, which is okay. The good thing about this Clubsport Universal Hub is it's very, very customizable. If you don't want some of these buttons on, you can take them off. You don't have to run them. You got some old school classic wheel you want to run on here, no buttons, just the buttons at the top here, just take them off. You don't like these paddles, take them off. You want to change the Formula paddles, put those on. These paddles are also adjustable in and out. You might be able to see there's some screw holes there, so I'll probably undo those, pull those paddles in another hole. They're a bit too far out for me. Also, they probably have a bit too much movement for me. So with this screw here, you can adjust some of the movement that has, which is what I will do. Same with these buttons actually. If you wanted to, you can actually unbolt these buttons and turn them up the other way as well, because these buttons have holes on the other sides as well. So you can turn those buttons around completely, really make it your own wheel. Something I like about the Clubsport Universal Hub, you can also put the podium paddle module on it. You can put podium endurance on this as well, I believe. Customizations with this is kind of endless. And if you can only afford one wheel, I mean, buying the Clubsport Universal Hub isn't bad. You can put a round wheel on it. You can put round with flat base. You can put Formula. The downfall to that, however, is if you want a lower powered wheelbase like a CSL Elite, I would say, I reckon this could be a bit heavy. I don't have a weighing machine here, but this, I reckon this is pretty heavy. My Formula feels lighter. My McLaren feels lighter. And that's, I think this McLaren weighs 1280 grams with the metal Clubsport hub, and I believe 1120 or something with the QR1 light. So I reckon this is probably at least 1300 somewhere, maybe even 1400 with this wheel, I'm not sure. I'm hoping it doesn't dampen the effects too much on my CSL DD, but if you've got a DD1, DD2, I mean, this isn't going to be a problem. 20 Newton meters in this wheel, it's not going to dampen those forces. So yeah, that's just my quick thoughts on it before I actually use it. Hello, we're back. It's a few days later. The reason it's a few days later is I did come up with a few problems, and I'll explain those to you now. Now, this being a V1 wheel, the CSL DD was not out in anywhere near that time. So there is a few small issues with the V1 and the CSL DD. At the moment, I believe Fanatec are working on a fix. That's what they've told me, at least. I have been speaking to them about this problem. So as you can see here, we've got the screen up and running. All the buttons seem to be working. The funky switch. The tuning menu, however, when I press the tuning menu, that doesn't work at the moment. As I said, this V1 is not firmware updatable, from what I believe, but the firmware that Fanatec are working on, I believe, is for the CSL DD base to work properly with the Universal Hub. And that should fix that. I don't know when it's going to be out. Apparently they're working on it now, so maybe soon. Also, my 7seg display here is kind of flashing. Even in-game, when it shows the gears and all that, I mean, the gears are always kind of flickering. And so that's part of the issue, apparently. Can't get to the tuning menu, and the display is kind of flickering. So I will update you probably down in the description when and maybe make a video, I'm not sure. But at the moment, the wheel still effectively functions okay at this point. I will update you though. Let's get into a game. Alright, here we are in AMS2 at Daytona Road. Expecting a pile up in T1. So I'll try and take it pretty easy. Whoop, car on the inside of me. We're in the Porsche, of course. As you can see, the Porsche kind of uses the same steering wheel as me. Whoa, a bit loose there. So what better car to try this out on than a car that is kind of meant to have this steering wheel?
I do notice, like, it doesn't give me... Uh-oh, I broke late. Oh! Can't talk and drive. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I do notice that I don't have probably as much control with this wheel compared to, let's say, my McLaren GT3 wheel. But it does feel... It does feel a little bit better quality, I guess you could say. Whoop. Don't hit him. Oh, very close there. Now this is just a quick race. It's 5 laps. Oh, slight nudge. I'll try to get in the draft a little bit. One thing I do notice on this Clubsport Universal Hub is some of the buttons are a little bit far away, maybe. Especially some of the lower ones. And the funky switch is quite far down. Obviously you can move these around a little bit. But in the factory position in particular, they're a little out of the way. So you do compromise a bit with the Universal Hub. But you can put whatever wheel you want on it. I broke too early in there. The thing I probably don't like the most about this, I would have to say, the factory shifters. I reckon the magnetic pedal shifters of the V2 are a definite worthwhile upgrade. I do have the magnetic pedal shifters here that I showed you before that I wouldn't mind trying out, but I don't think they'll be as good as the proper ones. Oh, a bit of a cut and I didn't get penalised. As you can, my display is still working here, but it's just flickering. Ah, that was a bit better that time. Right, now for something I don't do very often. Dirt. Particularly hard when you don't have a handbrake or gear shifter and you're just practically going GT3 style, but in rally. It's not something I often do, which is why I don't have a handbrake. Uh-oh. No!
And caution, right 2 rest. Into right 2, don't cut. 80 through dip. Left 5, dip. Crest, bridge. 100 through dip. Crest, jump maybe, dip. Right 3 long, opens over crests. Dip, right 5.
No, no, no.
Left 5, dip. Left 3 long, tightens over crests. Left 5. Into right 4. And left 3 over crest. Don't cut. Into
You can tell I'm not very good at this.
left 5. Crest.
It's not something I try to
Through dip. Left
perfect myself at.
gate. Left 4. And caution. Right 2 over crest. Into right 2.
Uh-oh.
80 through dip. Left 5. Through gate. Right 5. 80 through dip. Left 2. Into right 2 over crest.
Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Come on, man.
Left 4. And caution. Right 2 over crest. Into right 2. Don't cut. 80 through dip. Left 5. 60. Left 5. Into right 3 over crest. And left 4. Into right 5. 60. Right 3 long. Opens over crests. Don't cut. Dip. Right 5. Don't cut. 80 through dip. Left 3 over crest. Dip crest. Through gate. 80 through dip. Clear crest. Right 5. And left 6. 80. Dip. Crest. 100 through dip. Crest. Jump maybe. Dip. Right 5 long. Caution. Crest. Jump maybe. Right 5.
No, 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 no. Ah! My escort. Uh-oh.
Left 3 long. Tightens on crests.
I never said I was good at rallying. My Cosworth, I spent a lot of money on this car, you know? Alright, I need to go for it. Hey! Wow. Spin around. Spin around.
And left 3 over crest. Don't cut. Into right 5.
Oh good. My car's all good.
Dip.
Doesn't have a scratch on it.
Dip crest. Through gate.
Whoa!
Dip.
I think that was the finish line too.
Maybe 100.
Was that?
Temperatures look a bit high. Keep left of the crest. And crest jump maybe 100. Caution. Brake loop up. Turn hairpin right.
Oh! I thought that was the end.
Keep right over crest.
Come on, reverse. Come on, man. Wap, 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 wap. Ah, record timing.
To stop.
I wonder if I set a world record or not. Stop by Marshall. Where's the Marshall? Can I run him over? No, I can't.
Alright, the marshal has confirmed we're not placing that high. Come on, you can do
What?
better.
What do you mean? It was a record. With a round wheel comes many talent, especially in dirt. Truth be told though, it's good to have a round wheel. Well, vaguely rounded. It does have a flat bottom, but round enough for me because I don't play dirt or rally mostly. So I normally race GT3s and all the on-road stuff. But yeah, probably good for especially Porsches that use wheels like this. Just a different feeling, and it's leather. None of my other wheels are leather, so a little bit of a different feeling on the hands compared to the rubber of the GT3 wheel and the Alcantara of the Formula wheel. So yeah, bit of a diverse range of wheels now. I'll give you an update on how this goes with the update that Fanatec are doing for this wheel to make it work a little bit better on the CSL DD. I do have another video coming up on the CSL DD by itself. I've just been testing out in different games and stuff, really using it before I do my review of the CSL DD. But yeah, those videos are coming up, and the comparison video with the CSL Elite and all that is coming up very soon. So stick around for that. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next video.